this job here is fixing a window, and all I need is this with the Phillips head screwdriver. I'm still using a Hercules. Works great, and I'll tell you when I get a new one. And this is the Phillips head. I'll show you why I have both at some part of this video. So I fixed these windows. I fixed the locks. The locks were busted, like the inside right here. So that's the part that was busted, and it would no longer close. So I fixed them already. And I don't think this is the window that I fixed. I fixed another window, but the part that I'm fixing now is this. So it gets brittle over time, and I'm fixing this part right here because it's brittle and it's broken, and I'm just replacing all of them because I've replaced the ones in my other room and they were brittle and cracked and broken, and they just get like that over time. So I'm just going to replace them. So I went to Home Depot and bought these ones. They're the exact same thing. Be careful not to mess with it and pop one of the springs loose. But what you want to do is turn this, because this is the lock. So you want to turn this to the other end, basically. So basically you want to unlock it so you can push it in, you know, and it will go in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen them with the gun, right? Just so, this is why I use the gun. But to put them back in, you know, to put the one back in, I might just, right here, I didn't take this one out all the way. So that one, that's like that. I'm going to use the same screws just because the new screws that came with it are a bit smaller than the other screws, and I don't want to mess it up. So what I do is I put this on like this carefully, not to lose the spring inside. And this keeps the window in, so when you want to pop it out to clean the other side, it's easier to pop out. You know, it moves nice and freely. So what I want to do is I kind of want to look underneath here, you know, because they're the same size, but you want to look underneath here. You want to put this screw in like that, like this, and then you want to look underneath here and make sure that it goes in that same hole. Because if you drill another hole right beside it, and the same goes for up here, you can make that go into the same way. But make sure this is in here first before you do that. You just go like that. And what I'll do is I'll line them up first, like that one's lined up, and then I'll put them in with the gun. How I did it was I lifted it up, I made sure both the screw holes were in, and I kind of twisted it a little bit and twisted it a little bit just so it stays in. And then I used the gun to strengthen it as much as I could. But see, the reason why I got this is so I can do it the rest of the way, you know, because it is plastic and you do not want to over tighten it, because if you strip it out and then she goes to use it, or he goes to use it, or you go to use it, whoever you try to do this for, and the thing pops off, you're going to get a call back saying that you did it wrong, especially if you have a butthole for a customer. They're going to call you back and say that you did it wrong, and you know, so it's just better to strengthen it down a little bit with the gun. It's faster. You know, time is money. And then you strengthen it down. Look, it works. Good, works fine. Bam. Open the window. You know, it's not brittle, brand new. Obviously, you want to clean it up a little bit, you know, depending on your customer. I'm doing this for myself, so I'm just straightening everything up. You know, I got to do this side next, but I won't bore you guys with that. Both sides are the same.